If I'm a student and I'm taking 5 classes, I'm on Zoom for like 15 hours a week, which seems completely unsupportable.
With the fall semester beginning in just a few days, UVA professors will soon be meeting their students almost entirely on Zoom. We speak to 5 professors about what their courses will look like and the challenges they expect.
My name is Lisa Goff, and I have a joint appointment in the English department and the American Studies department.
Jeff Leopold, and I teach Foundations of Commerce in the McIntyre School.
My name is Lindsay Ivy Burden, and I teach Introduction to Geotechnical Engineering.
Lauren Simpkins, I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Environmental Sciences.
Michael Slon, I'm an associate professor in the music department and the director of choral music here at UVA.
How do you feel about teaching this upcoming semester?
We're honestly a little bit nervous, just like students.
We can't really have ensembles convened in the normal ways that we would, singing together and being a community in person, which is very special for university singers and groups like that.
We've spent so much time as faculty building skills to make the classroom kind of ideal learning environment, and now we have to have a virtual. I'm concerned about making that a similarly productive space.
Because we had the second half of last spring to try this, I feel pretty good about content. I feel pretty good about Zoom.
I'm a little bit nervous going into the fall, but I know that I've done lots of things over the summer to try to make the classes as good as possible as I can for the students.
How have you modified your classes?
I've decided to not have lectures that are more than 25, 30 minutes, even though the class period is 50 minutes.
If I'm a student and I'm taking 5 classes, I'm on Zoom for like 15 hours a week, which seems completely unsupportable.
What we're going to try to do is do some of the things we do in synchronous online formats as best we can. And as we did last semester, have, for example, some very well-known, literally world-renowned composers come in on Zoom with us and interact.
We may have students who don't come back to grounds at all, and so they have to have an online component. We'll find monuments or sites related to the public history of slavery and Reconstruction to visit where they are.
I actually had a grad student in 2013 that did like a series of lab videos that sort of showed you this is the lab, and he did it in our lab. So the students will be watching those.
Some people will be in time zones where it's not convenient or even frankly possible for them to participate in a synchronous way. My classes will be synchronous, and they'll be asynchronous and watching recordings. That might be a challenge for them.
What advice would you give to students for this fall?
Everybody just needs to give everybody else a break. What we're doing is hard. Everything is hard now.
I think there was a quote recently from Yo-Yo Ma, the wonderful cellist. Do everything we can possible to rebuild toward the world we want on the other side of the pandemic. I think that's good advice artistically and just in general.
Students are much more experienced at creating community in a virtual space than professors are. I would urge them to be assertive, communicating with their professors about what's working and what's not working.
Now your job is to be patient and focus and figure out how to learn.
If students are struggling, I want to be as understanding as possible.